Hello friends, welcome. In this video, we'll see the SN2 mechanism. So first of all, you should know what is meant by mechanism. So mechanism means it is a step-by-step descriptions of exactly how the reactant is transformed into the product in much detail as possible. That is called the mechanism. See, in these reactions, we'll see the examples of hydrolysis of methyl bromide. Is the reactions. See, this carbon and bromine, the carbon carry partially positive charge, bromine carry partially negative charge, and this OH is a strong nucleophile which make attack on this partially positive charge carbon. This bromine is removed when this OH will be attack on this carbon, and we'll get the COH, that is a CH3OH bond, and the Br which remove by taking both these paired electron towards itself, and that's why the bromine carry a negative charge. See, during the study of any mechanism, it is essential to do the study of the chemical kinetics, because the chemical kinetics which gives idea about the rate of the reaction, speed of the reactions or velocity of the reactions. So the chemical kinetics of these reactions indicate that the rate is depend on concentration of both of these reactant. That means rate of this reaction is directly proportional to concentration of methyl bromide and concentration of hydroxide ion. This indicate that this is the species, chemical species, which involve in the slowest step of the reaction mechanism, and both of these, only two reactant is present, and both of these reactant are involved in the slowest step. That means the reaction takes place in only single step, in which bond breaking and bond making both process take place simultaneously, and during this bond breaking, here this bond will be break and this new bond will be formed, the COH, this new bond will be formed. When these both process take place simultaneously, then this indicates that both of these are involved in that slowest step. So here this is a nucleophilic attack, and the order of this reaction is a second order. See, the power of this is 1, the power of this is also 1, so this 1 plus 1, there is a 2. So 2 means it is a second order reactions, and both of these are involved in the slowest step, that is a simple step of this reaction mechanism. That's why this is also called bimolecular reactions. So 2 is also indicated as a bimolecular reactions. Two molecules are involved in the slowest step or rate determining step. Then here N stands for, that is a nucleophilic, and S stands for, that is substitution. That means this is a bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reactions. Two molecules participated in the reactions, that's why it is called as a bimolecular. Nucleophilic means the nucleophilic attack took place on this, and that time this Br is good leaving groups, that is replaced by the OH. So this is called as a nucleophilic substitution reactions. See, this reaction takes place in single step. That means bond breaking and bond making both process take place simultaneously. So we'll see the mechanism of these reactions now. So SN2 reaction mechanism. We'll write this molecule in a three-dimensional form, that is this carbon, central carbon, and the 3 hydrogen atom attached to this. Out of them, 1 hydrogen is coming towards us, that is indicated by thick line, and another hydrogen that is goes away from the us or it is behind the plane, that is indicated by dotted line, and this bromine will ride in a plane. So these two bonds are in a plane. This is away from us, and this bond is coming towards us, your front side bond. We'll write this is 1, this is 2 and 3. And when this is simultaneous bond breaking and making reaction take place. That means both these are involved in the rate determining step. So this is a rate determining step, and this step is a slow step. See, the attack of this hydroxide nucleophile take place on this carbon, which is partially positive charge, and the Br is partially negative. So this bond will be break. We'll get the transition state. In the transition state, this carbon, and this is dotted line hydrogen H2 is H1, and this thick line bond is H3. When this attack take place, when the attack of this OH take place on this partially positive charged carbon, then the Br starts breaking, goes away from this carbon. So this Br carry partially negative, we'll write negative half, because here this OH, the OH is also found bonding in the transition state, and this is partially minus half. This is a plus 1. This charge carry on the carbon. See, this is nothing but transition state. Transition state is a transitory state. Means in a fraction of a second this state will be obtained, and then immediately it is converted into product. So the product becomes here plus Br minus, this is the good leaving groups. See, this is the substrate or reactant, and this is the product. See, this is the mechanism of these reactions. Now we'll see the silent features of this SN2 reaction mechanism. One by one, different points is given. See, the first point, this reaction takes place in a single step. That means the simultaneously, as soon as this bond will be formed, starts to form, this carbon bromine bond starts to break. That means when this OH comes towards this carbon, the Br goes away from the carbon. When this OH is completely attached to the carbon, the Br is completely break from this carbon. So this is a simultaneously bond formation and bond breaking. That's why these molecules or this reaction in which the valency of the carbon is not disturbed or octet rule is not violated. Second silent features is given for this reaction is the attack of this OH on this carbon take place in such a way that this OH, attack of this OH take place on such position or on such side from which the another group is a smallest group, or it is a least steric hindrance attack. Means this has a very small size, very small size, very small size, and that's why this has a less steric site. And this, the second point of this attack is that this is a favorable attack. Backside attack is a favorable attack because this carbon is partially positive charge and this OH is a partially negative charge, and there is electrostatic force of attraction between them. That's why this backside attack is a favorable attack. Why this is called backside attack? It is considered as a backside because here carbon bromine is considered as a front side, and backside of this carbon bromine, the attack of this nucleophile takes place on this partially positive charged carbon. If this attack takes place from the front side of this CBr bond, then bromine is a bulky size, bigger size, and it has a more steric hindrance towards this OH. That's why this is not possible. Another thing, this Br is partially negative charge and this is also partially negative charge, and that's why the attack of this OH on the carbon is not easily possible. Therefore, the backside attack is only favorable. Backside attack means backside of this CBr bond, the OH will be attack on this carbon. The third silent features about this reaction is that in the transition state, these three bond, these three hydrogen, 1, 2, 3, these three hydrogen, these are present in the plane along with this carbon. One plane means one hydrogen here, second and third, and the angle between these three means the angle between this HCH is 120. This is 120 and this is 120 degree bond angle. This has a sigma bond. See, this OH and this Br, this is a partial covalent bond, because as soon as this OH comes closer to the carbon, the Br goes away from the carbon. That means this is nothing but partial covalent bond, and these are present perpendicular to this plane. This is a planar geometry, and this OH and Br, these are present perpendicular. Means suppose this is a plane, then the OH is present below and Br is present above. An angle between this plane and this OH is 90, and the plane and the Br is 90. Angle is 90. Now the next point about these silent features, if this substrate is optically active, if the substrate is optically active, then the possible product is here, this is possible product, or the configuration of this product is found to have a opposite compared to the reactant. If the configuration of the reactant is S, then the configuration of the product is R, or vice versa. That means if the configuration of this reactant is R, then the configuration of the product become S. And when this is possible, if the reactant is a chiral, if the chiral molecule is present, then that time the product is found to have opposite configuration compared to reactant. Means this product is obtained as like the flipping of the umbrella, or we can say the umbrella is open inside out in the high wind rain. Means here, if the attack of OH take place on this backside of CBr bond on this carbon, then this H2 and H3 will be opposite side in the product. So this is called flipping, or this is called inversion of the configurations. And this type of the configuration first time is invented by the scientist Paul Walden, and later on this is theoretically proved by the scientist Hughes and Ingold scientist. So this configuration is also called as a Walden inversion or Walden configurations. In this, based upon these configurations, we can get idea the nucleophilic attack take place on this carbon backside of CBr bond. Why? Because the product obtained is inverted compared to the reactant. Configuration of this reactant and product is opposite. When this OH, attack of this OH take place on the backside of CBr bond. So these are the silent features. If you want to know the potential energy diagram for this reaction, then we'll write here potential energy diagram. This is a potential energy and reaction coordinate. Potential energy of the reactant, we'll write here, suppose this is the potential energy of the reactant, is transition state, and then we'll get here product. So product is here, methyl alcohol is a product. Reactant is here, methyl bromide is a reactant. So this is the potential energy of the reactant. This is the potential energy of the product, and this is the potential energy of the transition state. See, the potential energy of this reactant and potential energy of the transition state, the difference between them is called as activation energy. And this difference, that is a potential energy of the reactant and potential energy of the product, this is called delta H, is the heat of the reactions. And in this case, the heat of the reaction is negative, means here the potential energy of the product is less compared to the reactant. If this point comes here, means above this, then it may be endothermic reactions. See, this is the one step reactions, and that's why there is only one transition state. This is a single step reaction, that's why there is only one transition state is obtained. And this transition state means this is a transition state. This is the reactant, so this is the potential, and this is the product, so this is the potential energy of the product. Okay, so this is the mechanism of the SN2 reactions. So thank you for watching, and if you like it, you can share this with your friends also. Thank you.